Okay, so this is the morning of the last day here. We're getting things broke down to so Cornell can get back to Dallas, catch his flight back to Massachusetts. And we had a pretty interesting night last night.
We did.
After, oh, what time was it? Probably about midnight or so?
3:30.
Oh, 3:30 a.m. Cornell woke me up. Cornell, tell us about it.
I was woken up, like, I don't wake up in the middle of the night usually. And I was woken up with a start. I'm not too sure if it was with the start or not, but right away when I woke up, I heard heavy footfall outside the camp. At first I thought it was maybe one of the guys, but just the way it was walking, it wasn't like, you know, somebody just going to the bathroom in the middle of the night and like they'd be shuffling their feet a little bit. This was like like this, like a stomping, like you're trying to put out a fire or something. And I knew right away that there was something outside the camp, and my heart just started beating out of my chest. And I was lying there, and I instinctively put my hands up to my ears because I'm like, this is going to come over and put its hand on my tent or something, and I'm going to have a heart attack. So I lay there for a couple of minutes with my hand over my ears, just saying, please don't touch my tent, please don't touch my tent. And then I'm like, I gotta wake the guys up, you know, this is pretty serious. If there's something in our campsite. So I shouted for Dave. I had to shout a couple of times. The first time he had no response. I'm like, oh, please wake up. So he woke up on the second one, and then we all got up, looked around, there was nothing here. And I got into the truck and slept for the rest of the night. I wouldn't get back in the tent. It scared the absolute crap out of me. And when I had my hands over my ears, I could hear my heart just pounding. I mean, it was going a million miles a minute. I was actually terrified, and I was also thinking, like, this is what you came here for. Why are you so scared? But it scared the crap out of me. It really did, because it sounded big and it sounded like it had purpose, and it wasn't going through anything that we had lying around here. It didn't seem like it was like rooting around our equipment or anything. Maybe it had been, and that's what woke me up. I don't know, but anyway, when we all got out of the tents, it had gone, but it was pitch black out here. The fire had died down. So that looks like it could be my first definitive encounter. It could have been a person if you saw where we are. I mean, it's the middle of nowhere.
Very unlikely. They'd had to parked a long ways off and walk in.
Yeah.
But
and it wasn't a bear, because a bear would be like, it would be shuffling around too, wouldn't it? I think. So I'm going to make another video on it later too. But yeah, that's all there is to say about it. Other than, I may also put a gifting rock up there and it's gone. Not unless I just can't find it, but I checked all the big rocks up there and it's gone. So hopefully I have, my audio recorder was just over here, so if anything came past that to get to our camp, we'll have heard it. If that's where it came from, we're going to have definitely heard it, because it's noisy coming down that hill.
I was gonna say, if it was a bear, I think there'd be more of a chance of it messing with our ice chest.
Well,
or
that's
like
true.
yeah.
any of the food that was here.
Yep.
Yeah, the way what I can tell, there's two options. It was a person or a Sasquatch, because, yeah, we had some food that, I know, you're not supposed to leave food laying around when you're out camping where there's black bear around and such, but I would have thought a bear would have come into camp and got into some of our leftovers and stuff before he made off. But anyway, I walked around looking at the ground. I'll show you the terrain here. You're just not going to find footprints in this. It's very rocky.
Waiting for something to happen.
So, but anyway, like I've said before, I generally don't sleep in a tent. The last 2 nights it's been so cold that I did. And I'm usually a very light sleeper, which is surprising because Cornell had to yell at me a couple of times to wake me up. So anyway, it was an interesting night. We come out of the creek bottoms, it's way down there, and got a lot of footage there. So anyway, I'm going to put this camera down so I can help tear down camp. But you guys be watching my channel, Bigfoot and More, and Cornell's No Such Thing podcast on YouTube, because between the two of us, we ought to have some pretty good video put together. So stay tuned for that. And until next time, you guys take care.